Welcome back everyone to Blender and Unreal Engine, becoming a dungeon prop artist, and this is where we left you off. Now the thing is about this top is it needs to actually be planks of wood, so there's no point really doing anything with this at the moment. In other words, there's no point putting a bottom on it because it needs to be planked. So what I'm going to do is Control R, I'm going to go up, 4, left click, right click. I'm also then going to mark the seams, so mark seams, and then what I'm going to do now is just delete this off of here. So Alt, Shift and click, going all the way around, hopefully. There we go. Delete, faces, and there we go. Now, let's split this off as well. So grab every other one. Y, G, make sure to split off. And pretty much now we've got everything we need to actually work with. All we need to do now is just bring these down, just so we can make sure that they're all going in the right direction. In other words, now I need to bring these in and bevel them. But I need to make sure that they're all going in the right direction. So that's why I've just pulled them out a little bit. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to press Ctrl A, all transforms, right click, to origin to geometry, add modifier, and let's bring in a solidify. Now we'll see that these on the, they all look like they're going in the right way actually. If I put this on even thickness and pull it out a little bit, yeah, they're definitely going in the right way. You can see these are going in the right way, these are going in the right way. So that is absolutely perfect. Now what I'm going to do is, because they're all split off, I should be able to add in another modifier stack and bevel them off, and we should end up with something like that. Whoops, bring it down, 0.003, and there we go. You can see already that's looking really nice. Now the one thing is that I don't want these parts on here. I want these basically coming out. So what I want to do is I want to come to this, so grab all of these and all of the other side, and I want them slightly out. I don't want them so seamless on there. So what I first of all want to do is I want to pull them out slightly and then bring them out. So what do I mean by that? So if I press S and Y, I can pull them out then and have them slightly stuck out like so. And then I can come to each of these and pull them in so that they fit much better than they did, because I want to have that little gap there still. So you can see this gap down here. We still want that there because we want it to look fairly realistic. Now, the one thing you can see is because we split these out, that we've lost how far these come out. So all I'm going to do now, they're coming out far enough that way, just not this way. So I'm just going to go in now and grab each of these with edge select. So I'm going to come in and grab each of these, not that one, this one here, like so, and then I'm going to pull them out now. So it's S and Y. I'm thinking I'm pulling these out at the moment on individual origins, and I don't want that. So let's pull them out on medium point instead. So S and Y, pull them out, and there we go. Now it's overhanging. Now I can come in and grab the bottom ones, pull them up, and now I can work out where I want these parts to be. So you can see I need to pull these out a little bit further on this way. So I'm going to press S and X. Let's pull them out just so we've got that little lip there. And then S and Y, pull them out just so we've got that little lip on there. All right, so now if you press tab, now you can see just how nice that actually looks. Now, the one thing is that we have got a little bit of a lip on here, and we need to just now bring in some wooden parts on each of the front and back. So first of all, though, I'm going to make sure I've grabbed it all. It should be already grabbed. I'm going to go to Object, Convert to Mesh, like so. And now finally, before we do those bits, what I want to do is I want to come in, making sure I'm on proportional editing. I'm just going to grab one of them, and I should now be able to grab all of this side and just pull them up and make them a bit uneven, as you can see. So if I press G, I can make it a little bit uneven, pull them out a little bit, like so. And I'm just basically working on making it, as I say, a little bit uneven because we don't want them to be even or anything like that. Right, I'm happy with that. The last thing I want to do now then is just, again, add some variation to it. So turn off your proportional editing. Let's go in now and just pull these out just a little bit, pull them in a little bit, spin them round if you need to, things like that. So let's press RZ, spin this one round, and we're just making them uneven because at the moment they certainly look a little bit too even. So I'm just pulling it, like I said, and I'm also, you can see on here, I've not got a lot of room to mess around with on this. I have on the bottom one, but not on the top one. So what I really need to do is I need to bring in some edge loops. So I'm just going to press Ctrl R, bring in some edge loops. So you can also do it this way. and then Control R, 2, and then bring this in like so, bring it up, bring it round, and there you go. Now you can see it's looking really, really uneven. Now just look for any spots what I'm missing. So I can see on this side, there's quite a few spots missing. So I'm just going to make it a little bit uneven that side. Looking on that side, the bottom doesn't matter too much, but I think we've really pretty much nailed it on this one. Right, so now let's bring in some wooden pots. So I'm going to press Shift S, cursor selected, Shift A, let's bring in a cube. Make the cube much smaller. Let's bring it to this side, S, and then S and Y, like so. And now let's bring it to the bottom, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the top of it. Whoops, not with that on, like so. And then I'm thinking, do I need to bend that around or anything? I don't think so, but what I do think I need to do is I need to either put it, yeah, I think I'll put it just on there like so, and I think that's going to look a lot better. I'm also thinking, should I, yeah, I think I'll keep these straight actually, so I'm going to leave it, so I'm going to press Shift D, like so, oops, like so, and then what I'm going to do is I've got those two separated, so I might as well press Control A, all transforms, right click, set origin to 3D cursor, add in a mirror then. So we'll just put it over the other side. So turn the X off, put the Y on. And there we go. And then let's add in as well a bevel, put it on 0.03, 0.003. And now we'll bring in another cube. So Shift A, and we'll put that on the other side. So cube, bring it out. Make sure we keep it relatively straight when we pull it out because it will be the right height then. Press the S button, S and X, press 3 so we can see the side view. Let's pull it down. And this time I want this to be right at the bottom of here. I think it's going to look better if it's like nailed in around here, as you can see. All right, so then what we're going to do is just pull it to the side, pull it up like so, and then just pull it in. It's a little bit too thick. Something like that I think looks absolutely fine. All right, so now let's put that to the other side. Again, we might as well use this cursor that we've got here. So Control A, all transforms, set origin to 3D cursor, add modifier, mirror. Let's put it over the other side. Can we put it over this side as well? Yes, we can. And we can also bring in a bevel, and we'll put that again on 0.003, enter, and there we go. There is our actual crate finish. Now let's press B and grab all of this. And then what we'll do instead is come up to convert, mesh, and then join it all together. Right click, shade smooth, auto smooth on. And there we go. There is our actual crate. Now you can see we do have a little bit of an issue with our auto smooth. And that is because we just need to turn it up or down very slightly. We're going down actually, not up. Just going to check 20. There we go. And I'm just wondering about this part. Maybe I pulled this part out a little bit too much. Now you can, instead of doing that, we'll leave it on 25 actually, but what we'll do instead is we'll just come, grab this one, control click this one, right click, and just go to shade flat. And then it should fix any parts like this one as well. So just grab it, control click, shade flat. And I'm just looking now, you can see the bottom, control click, shade flat. There we go, that's pretty much that done. Then looking at the top, making sure I'm happy with it. I think I just pulled it out a little bit too much, so I'm going to do the same thing on here. Right click, shade flat. Just want to make sure that I've not got any lumps or anything like that. And I'm going to also do this one, so shade flat. Yeah, and that's looking at Tum Bear. You can see I've got another one here. Right click, shade flat. And I'm going to do the same here. And the same here, like so. And I'm pretty much going to be going all the way around it by the time I finish this, but still, it will look better than what it did. So shade flat, there we go. Yeah, I'm happy with how that looks now, apart from this one. Okay, all right, enough of that. Right, let's pull this to the back then, and let's pull these two forward, like so. And then we can put them in some nice position. Put that over there. Yeah, that looks good. And let's see if they're on the ground plane. Everything's on the ground plane apart from this. So let's pull it up like so. All right, so let's actually go in and name them before we end this. So all I'll do is press dot, and I'll call it large crate. And then I'll come to this one, I'll call it barrel. And I'll come to this one, small crate. And bucket. Finally, let's go to file, save it out, and I'll see you in the next lesson, everyone. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.